Howdy, I'm Oatmealent, and this is Let's Play EU4 Novgorod. Finally got it. Last time, the Steam client, or Steam, was down, so I had to cut that video short. But what we'd done, make an alliance with Lithuania, get in a position to make an alliance with England as soon as we were able to cancel our guarantee on Smolznik. Yeah, whatever this green thing is. The reason we can't just cancel the guarantee and make the alliance is that I don't want them to get swallowed up by Lithuania. They're in a coalition against us with Yaroslavl. Now Yaroslavl has an alliance with Perm, and I don't really want to get in a war with Perm right now. I'm not as interested in that as I am. I'd like to be able to annex both of these provinces. We're pretty low on overextension. See, we only really have a small amount of overextension. Revolt risk is relatively low. We don't have any war exhaustion. Perfect time to go ahead and attack them. We're 52% to fabricating a claim here, but as soon as this finishes, I do believe in a month or so, I do believe we'll probably get a quest mission to attack maybe something of a rival. Now we've marked 3 rivals. We marked Moscow as a rival. We marked these 2 as rivals in hopes that we would get the ability to attack one of them. If we do have to go to war with Perm, we have to go to war with Perm. But I'd just love to go to war with single county folk, because when you siege down one of the counties, you get to annex them right away. I made a mistake with Yaroslavl before, so I don't really want to do that again. Remove Smolznik from the map. Pesky little state, our borders, outrageous attitude, great. Take that. Do we get a, I haven't taken this mission particularly before. We've gained a casus belli. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel what this guy's doing. We already have a claim. We've got a claim. I'm gonna move into position before I declare. Take this one. Move into position before I declare. Take this one first because the war is gonna be on this guy. And on the off chance that they actually both go to war, I want to annex these guys before I peace with these guys. So that's the plan. Kazan, even if they're in this coalition, can't join because we still have a truce with them for a few more years. And we're back to significantly positive income. I don't know if you all remember, but we had a lot of loans taken out. No, we still have a tremendous amount of loans taken out, but it's totally manageable. Brutal amount of interest each month, but we're alive. And actually kind of thriving. Definitely gaining the power that we need. Cost us a lot of our monarch points, but like I said, the plan is to gain ideas for military, administrative technology so that we can form Russia, and try to find other things to spend our Diplotech on. I don't really know. It might be a while before Sweden gets 6 techs ahead of us. I'm not gonna like waste monarch points in order to get behind on techs, but I'm definitely not gonna be valuing gaining techs as much as I would otherwise. That might be stupid. I think it's not. So we have the CB against these guys. Gonna go ahead and declare war. Lithuania would not join that war. I have no clue how I can actually get people to join wars for me. Maybe it's because I have this on hard and AI bonuses that they're not joining wars, but none of my allies have joined a single war. So Yaroslavl did join in. I'm gonna go ahead and take that province first. I'm actually gonna split the troops, so split, give half to them and half to this other guy. I'm gonna go over here. I do believe I have the idea that gives every leader a single siege, so this should be a pretty quick war. See, I can probably afford another advisor now. Could get the Diplotech guy, although we were just talking about that. We could get the Reinforcer manpower guy. Those could be good purchases. Probably save up for one of those instead of paying off a loan. I'm not actually too concerned if they take this province. If they take the province, that's fine. Okay, so this is just a little bit different. Last time, the trade was for 20 Republican tradition for a stability. And I made the decision to lose a stability in exchange for that 20 Republican tradition. Here, the trade is a little bit different. It's basically, I can trade 15 stability. I can trade 15 Republican tradition for a single stability. If you think about it, that's the div between these two options. I still think 15 Republican tradition is a greater gain than one stability because it allows me to keep on my good leader for longer. And I just have trouble gaining Republican tradition in any other way. So we're going to go ahead and keep the Republican tradition and not gain the stability. If you work it out, a stability is worth, let's just say I'm eventually going to be buying stability. Stability is worth 171. 5 Republican tradition is worth 2 years. Is worth 2 years of this guy being in power. That means plus 5 of each of these for 2 years, so that's 60 plus 60, that's 120 of each of those. So that's greater than the cost of a stability. So I do think that's worth it. I'm going to go ahead and extend this loan, and this loan it looks like, so that I can go ahead and pick up the manpower modifier. I'm also going to split this stack, take the one without the leader over here, do the same here, take the one without the leader here. I'm not going to let them take this province if I don't have to. Yeah, they walked away. So now their siege is over. So we lost a general. He wasn't the world's best general. I'm definitely going to go ahead and pick up another one. He's got massive siege. That's great. I like generals that are specialized. Maneuver and siege is fine. I prefer generals with all their points in 2 categories so that I really know how to use them. So we're going to send him here. He'll just finish out that siege wicked fast. We're going to go ahead and send these guys here. They should be retreating to here. I don't have the ability to walk through there. I still have these 2 decisions. The church taxes, which I definitely want. I still have some revolts. I'll just wait a while. Don't make a whole lot of tax income right now. It's mostly off trade and production. Okay, well I can't catch him, That's all there is to it. I'll let him go to Novgorod, and he'll probably move a lot faster than me if he's just the knight. Okay, so this is perfect. This siege ended first, so I can go ahead and... A member of a coalition can never sign a separate peace. They got called in as the coalition, not the ally. I thought they were allied, and they would get called in by ally. Well, I guess maybe when I control both, I can ask for both, because they don't have that little minus sign by them. Which means that they will be able to negotiate. So that's fine. I don't even know if I can catch these horses or not. Okay, let's see if this works. I want both. Full annexation. Goodness. They can only give me one. This province or this province. Now this wouldn't be a problem. I'd just take Klum and be done with it. I guess the only people who can attack Yaroslavl are Moscow. We're calling them Moscow. Are Moscow. So I might as well take these guys, fulfill my obligation. I'll have, unfortunately, a truce with these so that I can't attack them. But I wasn't going to be able to make Russia for a while anyway, so... Oh no, I just thought of something interesting. If I take this... Yeah, I could make these guys a vassal over here and take the Yaroslavl. Now that wouldn't solve the problem that I was having, because I wanted to remove one of my guarantees that I could make an alliance with England. But I could, if I'm guaranteeing Perm, I think I might be guaranteeing Perm. Let me just check really quick. I'm guaranteeing Perm. So I'm going to go ahead and stop guaranteeing Perm. That'll open up an ability to make the alliance. That's good, because I still won't have a border with Lithuania for a while, which is the plan. That's definitely the best piece I can think of anyway. Go ahead and... Yaroslavl will cede Yaroslavl to Novgorod. Okay? Smolznik will become a vassal of Novgorod. Okay? Who will be mad at us? It's like Lithuania is mad. Lots of people are mad. Now if I were to do full annexation, who gets mad? People still get mad. Can't believe that they're just able to give away a buddy's province. What bros. I have 9 gold. I don't know if this is a wise idea, because they're gonna dislike me quite a bit. Probably won't be able to integrate them forever. That's fine. I don't believe that Klum... Sorry, I'm back and forth so much, but I don't believe that Klum is a thing over here. Nope. Nothing to do with Klum. This is a good piece. I'm gonna take it. They're gonna give me... Yaroslavl will cede Yaroslavl. Smolznik will become a vassal. They're gonna give me 9 gold. They're also gonna transfer whatever trade power they have. And I don't want them to revoke their cores. I want these cores eventually. Sounds good. Away you go, diplomat. Yeah, see, they're angry, but I don't need to annex them for a long time. It is taking one of my diplomatic interactions to be their overlord or whatever, but once the declared war, once all these tick away, we'll be fine. I'll get to 190. You can get to plus 200 by improving diplomatic relations with one of these guys. So if I plus 200, that'll get me to 125 plus 15 on a gift is 130. So I only need this to tick down 60, and each of those is ticking down. As long as I don't do too much more aggressive expansion. Well, I'm going to be. They'll be my vassal for a long time. Maybe that was the wrong move, but I don't want them to not be under my protection. I can't have them just free. I still don't have a border with Lithuania, so it works out really well for me. I don't know when I'll actually get a border with Lithuania. Odds are good that my next war with Moscow will be to take these two provinces from them. Unless I can fully annex them, in which case I'll fully annex them. Okay, let's press play. Let's focus on what the goal is. What the goal is now. As far as I can tell, I definitely want to go and make that alliance with England. Not just because I want an alliance, but because if you go into my ledger now, I'll be getting diplomatic rank for that. Well, it's not enough to boost me yet, but eventually it might matter. I also can get called into wars, maybe that I want to be in, with England. I don't have a huge amount of sea area, so unless they are getting into a war with someone nearby, I'll definitely be choosing to go to war most of the time. I love that these rebels are like the Kazanian army at this point. It's fine. We were never friends. We were never destined to be friends. Well, things are getting back to a little bit of normality. I'm gonna have to cancel this mission. I'm not gonna achieve that in a long time. So, I'll just sit here 5 years missionless. And what can I do with my... Go ahead and improve relations here. I'm not gonna waste my time improving relations here quite yet. Yes I am. You have to own a vassal for 10 years, but since I don't have anything better to do with them right now... Oh, that's totally not true. I do. I don't think I have a CB against Moscow. No CB. I'm gonna go fabricate myself one. Let's see, which one is easier to control for me? Well, I'm definitely taking Vladimir from them, so we're gonna go ahead and fabricate a claim on Vladimir. I'll probably get a mission in 5 years to do it, but this takes less than 5 years, and I want to go to war with them. They're weak. Oh no! So this is the passing of... I'm gonna go with bureaucrat candidate though, because like I said, I want to be getting that administrative tech up to 10 so that I can found Russia as soon as we get into position. So bureaucratic tech is more important. I'm gonna get to the end of this idea group no matter what, and I don't seem to be facing any major wars against bigger powers than myself, so this is not as important as it was, as it will be and was in my mind earlier on. So we're gonna go with the bureaucratic candidate and make him into a general. It's free, doesn't cost you anything to do this. Wow, he's pretty amazing. I was gonna say that we were going to keep shuffling through leaders every 4 years for a while until we had recovered some of our Republican tradition, but he's a very nice leader. So, of Min. He's a very nice leader of Min, like troop leader. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep him, I think. That's very powerful. He can turn the tide of the war with 5 fire. Yeah, he might even be giving us military rank. Well, we're not up there enough. Like I said, I do know what contributes to these ranks, but it's not really time to start optimizing for score. That's the late game. We're still in what I would consider the early game. Early game will probably end once we make Russia. Mid game will be taking back all the Russian provinces, and late game will be taking back the extent of, well, figuring out who to pick on and then optimizing score. That all being said, that doesn't mean that I have to be peaceful right now. I could go to war with these guys. Allied with Razan and Perm. Who are you allied with? You're in a coalition against Lithuania. You have a vassal over there. I'm guaranteeing your independence right now, but I won't be doing that forever. And you have the mission to subjugate Tver. Yeah, as soon as I can dow on them, I will. How's the progress looking over here with my diplomat? So far he hasn't been caught, so he's doing okay. And they're not in a coalition against us, so even the coalition members. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up an advisor. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the younger one. The reason being he's less likely to die, and they have an initial cost. How reasonable is that? His initial price is actually slightly higher than this guy. Probably not worth it. Gonna go ahead and do spy offense, because I'm fabricating a claim. I think that counts as a covert affair. So what we're gonna do is just check something out here. We cannot see... Well, we can see risk of discovery. If that goes down, we know something happened. Yeah, risk of discovery did go down. So that's good. We now know that spy offense helps us in covert actions. I was pretty sure of that. So Burgundy is papal controller. It's a lot better than Poland or Lithuania. Pretty sure they're gonna be able to start converting. Oh, a noble plot is reducing our stability. Are plotting to bring in hereditary succession to our great republic. That is treason most foul. Yeah, I don't know. As long as we don't have any increased revolt risk. Having negative stability doesn't affect your Republican tradition like it would your legitimacy. So... Oh... Increased interest by 1%. Paying a lot of money in interest. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna go ahead and boost stability. I don't think positive stability has any effect on interest. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. At least not from like a nation standpoint. I guess it could. Like, default risk is lower if you're more stable. I mean, historically that's the case. So the premium you have to pay for that risk goes down, but there's no default risk. I have no option of defaulting like I would if this were Crusader Kings 2. I mean, the Game of Thrones mod for Crusader Kings 2. Which, in my opinion, is the reason to play Crusader Kings 2. It's not that the base game is bad. It's that the Crusader Kings 2 Game of Thrones mod is spectacular. I can't say enough positive things about it. So yeah, we won't be able to take a mission for another. Military technology cost going up. Military complacency. Invincible. I like the sound of it. Yeah. I think the truth may upset some people. Definitely not taking the... Yeah, I'm not buying military tech for 5 years, so that can cost more. As long as I can keep this alliance with Lithuania, allied with us, target of the coalition of some, in a coalition against the Ottomans. Oof, boy, you're really an active player. As long as I can keep the alliance with Lithuania, I can build up my strength, taking over all of these Russian provinces, Perm, and just once I westernize and make the nation of Russia, I can then start to force my way through Lithuania. I haven't seen that they've done any conversions whatsoever to Catholic. Oh, there's a province they've converted. But that's it, so if that's the only... That was already Catholic before. If that's the only province that they've converted, if they're doing it that slowly, I can always convert them back. It's a great idea for republics. It's this idea. Gives you... causes belli against everyone, basically. So that's pretty good. I might consider it. It might be my next idea group. Definitely not going to go for a colonialist idea group this time. I don't see that as being that valuable. I could go for like a merchant idea, but I think getting another diplomat would be pretty good. Claim fabrication, diplomatic reputation, good. Core creation, good. Causes belli against everyone, obviously great. Reputation, good. And lowered impact on stability from diplomatic actions. No clue what that is, but definitely something to consider. I'm gonna want it in this category too, because I have to get all the way up to 10, and I want to spend my diplomatic ideas. Oh, I spent my diplomatic monarch points. Sibir wants military access. Well, go ahead. Ryzan. Oh no. Who'd you get into war with? Oh, they're at war with Golden Horde. Who all is in that war with them? Devere and Perm? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give Ryzan military access for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and grant these guys military access if they ask. Who's Norway at war with? Did they get dragged into this war? They did. They got dragged into whatever war Lithuania's in. I don't actually want to help Lithuania in its war, so I'm gonna go ahead and decline Norway's ask. Sweden, you probably are in that same war. Decline for the same reason. Now if Perm asks, I'll definitely grant. Because the Perm troops... Actually, Perm actually... said actually too many times there. They have a means of egress to the Golden Horde through Kazan. So Moscow still does have some form of troops, and they're in this military coalition against me that has Kazan in it. Not that I'm too worried about Kazan. Although my truce did expire, but I'm really not that worried about Kazan. They're kind of screwed. Wonder what the Smolsnik troop is doing. Just chilling? Just kind of chilling. Okay. You can show. Yeah, I'll go ahead and read payloads. That's what I'm going to be putting most of my money into. It is time to go to war. So, as soon as this claim is done fabricating, it's time to go to war. And they left the military coalition against us. I don't know why they were in it in the first place. It's not like they could afford a war. Well, as long as Ryzan wins its wars, I'm good with that. Once again, I don't want them to take any of these Sunni provinces, because then I'll have to take the Sunni provinces, take the diplo hit, take the cost, and then sell them off to the highest bidder, which... I mean, I get a little bit of gold from that, but not a lot. So it looks like they have ended their war. They're still at war with some folk. These guys. Once again, my stance on this is taxes suck and manpower rules. I mean, I guess every video I'll show, in case this is the first time you're tuning in, that increasing patriarch authority gives you lower revolt risk, good, and more manpower in exchange for taxes. So I'm going to be getting that all the way to 100%. Making my money off of trade and production. Probably. Great, so that was probably the last of the, oh no, Yaroslavl is the last. Yeah, I need to go to war now. I've been at peace for far too long, itching for war. So they're at war with the Golden Horde. want to make sure that these guys don't lose this war, but... The Perm... It looks like they're doing okay. I don't have to worry about them. Maybe I should, guarantee their independence so that... Well, I don't really know. If Lithuania takes them over right now, do I need both of these provinces in order to make that? I think that I discovered that I didn't. You need either Smolsnik or Ryazan. Yeah, so I do need Ryazan. Means I should go ahead and guarantee their independence, but I'm capped out on actions. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this administrative tech. Said I have to get a 10 to westernize. And be behind, but the being behind probably not gonna be as hard as all that. So let's just make sure that that they don't have any allies. I'm gonna go ahead and revoke my guarantee. Give my guarantee to stop improving relations with them. I'm gonna give my guarantee to Ryazan. That'll be my next diplo whatever. So that should keep Lithuania from attacking Ryazan. They do have a claim on this province, so there's that. If I did have to go to war with Lithuania, I don't think I'd be in a good position, but I might be able to pull England in. So, but I don't want, I don't want Ryazan to be consumed by Lithuania. Proclaim a guarantee. Make sure one more time that coalition only is composed of the people who would join in the war anyway. Guess I've got to wait a little bit. I can go back to improving relations with Lithuania. And then when this guy gets back, I'll declare war on them. I think I could take him with just these 11 troops, being led by this devastating leader. They won't join. I'm actually kind of surprised Lithuania won't join this war, but whatever. Go forth, my hands of war, and show them. My manpower is increased back up quite a bit. That's good. I'm gonna get rid of some of these mercenaries at the end of this war. So I'm gonna go ahead and cross this river. They do have some serious cavalry though. Might be best not to cross the river. I can always go through a different route. I think I still get a river crossing penalty here. Yeah, I don't want them to siege through my buddy's stuff and make like a separate piece. Nope, no river crossing. Oh yes, river crossing. But luckily, Master General... Oh wow, they've got a really good general too. I did win. Now they're retreating to right here. So hopefully I can route them here, and looks like my buddies are gonna help. Yeah. I managed to get there before they did, it looks like. That's why they took complete casualties. 0 left alive at the end of the battle. That was their entire troop stack, so I'm not so worried about So Ryzan is... still holding up against the Golden Horde. Perm? Looks like Perm did take Perm. That's good. Like I said, they'll convert that to Orthodox. Because they are Urlach. And the base attack's pretty high, but there's a small chance they can do it. Burgundy tell us that the King of Burgundy dies. All of him and his closest followers have been tragically killed. Boy. Burgundy wasn't doing so hot anyway. These are typically Burgundy lands right here. Well, bye-bye Burgundy. France just loves to take over Burgundy because... Or, you know, Austria can just inherit Burgundy. That's cool. That's not actually so cool, because Austria can be a peer competitor for top score in the future, along with France. So anything I can do to, like, covertly hurt Austria and France, I'm gonna do. Go ahead and detach a siege group there. For two reasons. One, I don't really want to be suffering from attrition, and two, I want to equip this high siege leader. I don't think that there's any chance that Moscow can mount a fight against me. How much would... I can't see it yet, but if it's gonna cost me that much to get all of the provinces, odds are good that I won't be able to. I'm gonna have to keep guaranteeing their independence, I guess. Which sucks. Because then I won't be able to lose. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep guaranteeing their independence. What was I gonna do with those points? That's right, I was guaranteeing the independence of Ryzan. Wow. Drats. I might have to go over. Because I can't not guarantee their independence, because I'm not going to be able to annex them completely. Too high of war score. Maybe Ryzan can take care of itself. I don't think so. Not with Lithuania and Crimea having a claim. Well, we can buy an idea. That's great. Reinforcement speed bump. It's not the idea that is super valuable, but I'm gonna go ahead and invest in it anyway. As for this diplomatic power, as soon as I get to 7 in this, I will be investing in diplomatic ideas. But I do believe I'll probably hit my cap before then, so I will have to invest in another tech. Perm is entered into a military coalition against us. That's kind of fine. I prefer them to enter into a military coalition against someone that's a threat to some of their allies, but if they're allied with Ryzan and Tver, I might not have to guarantee their independence. I'm gonna go ahead and revoke the guarantee. They've got strong allies, and I'll give them military access if they need it. And if Lithuania takes them, then I'll just have to have a big all-out war with Lithuania. So we talked about how I like him as a general. I think he's really good and everything. But I don't want to lose the Republican tradition. I'm gonna cycle through a couple leaders to gain back up some Republican tradition before I start keeping one and working on him. So, because I want to be able to keep one that like lives for a long time once I've gotten him good. I don't want him to die. So just investing in one in the future is better than like investing halfway and then canceling it or anything weird like that. So I'm just gonna swap out. See what kind of military leader this new guy is. Oh, 4 siege guy. Well, we know know that he's not bad either. What? Ugh. Balls. Somehow they managed to sneak in there. I don't know how they did that. They did. It's okay though. I think I managed to win. I still have quite a bit of manpower, so after this war is over, I'm going to buy quite a bit of troops. I think I'm gonna smack into these 3 troops, hope to take them out. Yeah, see how fast that siege went? Because he's got 4 siege. It's huge. He's amazing. I might just keep him. I'd almost rather have 4 siege than a bunch of fight being fire and shock. Because siege is something that is much easier to use. Yeah, Lithuania is still in this big war with these other people, so I don't have to worry about them attacking Ryazan right now. I definitely want to take Vladimir so I get a border with Ryazan, and then I'll fabricate a claim on Ryazan and take them. So, even if I can't take everything from them, I'll go back to guaranteeing them and then start with a war. I'll go back to guaranteeing Moscow and then start a war with where are they doing their shattered retreat to? Shattered retreat to Vladimir? I'm gonna go ahead and cut him off here in Vladimir. Tver entered into a military, blah blah. Oh, they didn't take a lot of losses, that sucks. Yeah, they took the losses. Okay. I'm going to fabricate claims on Ryazan and take it. Are you at war with anyone? Are you at war with anyone? Holy shit! Things just got a little bit more interesting. Ryazan is pretty powerful. Gonna stop improving relations here. But I can't form Russia until I get the 10 diplomatic tech anyway, so that's not for a while. So I don't need to worry about taking Ryazan for a while. Might be better to just make an ally out of Ryazan now that they're kind of strong. And already allied with Perm and everybody. Make an ally out of them. And then attack Lithuania? That could make sense. Yeah, they're only friends with Poland right now. So whenever I see them in another big war, maybe with the Ottomans, then I'll go ahead and attack Lithuania and take Smolsnik. Instead of coring Ryazan, I'll core Smolsnik. All I have to do is control it, right? Just that one province? Owns Smolsnik, has a core in Smolsnik, or owns Ryazan, has a core in Ryazan. Yep. That's all I gotta do. Make an alliance with these guys. I did not expect them to come out so well from that war. +2 provinces? That's great. Someday I might, no, if they manage to take them. The thing is, you can't take a capital from someone unless they have just that one province. so. Can buy a tech. Looks like it's this Diplo tech. I'm definitely gonna need to buy a tech before I hit my cap, because I'm not gonna get 2 rungs in this. So fortunately, that's hurting my reset. But I don't really want to westernize until I become Russia, so I can immediately do that event that'll give me back all my stability. I hate this event so much. Well, for the same logic I used before, I kind of have to buy the stability. I can't separate peace with these guys, right? No. Gonna like separate peace with them, get them to leave being their vassal. Maybe that would make it so that I could totally annex this 4 provinces. I could totally annex these 4 provinces. I would be in a much better... Huh. They're at war with the Ottomans. This is the opportunity that I was looking for in terms of time to go to war with Lithuania. This is about as good as it's gonna get. Did Georgia join them in this war? Georgia did. That was a bad idea. Well, this is a big and important moment. I don't know how fast I can rep my alliance with them. I'm gonna want to form an alliance with these guys. I might, as weird as this sounds now, I might actually leave them Vladimir so that I don't have a border with Ryazan, so that Ryazan continues to be my ally. I can get an alliance with them. This is probably as good a time as I'm gonna get to go ahead and declare war on Lithuania and take some of these provinces. I don't know if it causes belli. Take Vladimir. I think that also means has a core. Conquest of that stupid thing. Oh, this is a freebie. This is a freebie. +5 tax modifier. What to do? I shouldn't have spent all my diplomatic power. Now I can't make the treaty that I'm going to want to make as soon as I'm going to want to make it with Moscow. I'm going to go into my rival screen. And I'm going to mark Lithuania as a rival. Maybe that'll give me a CB against them. Once I get a border with them. Protect against Lithuania. Sometimes you can get a CB to like defend people of your culture type that are your religion, but underneath someone who's not your religion. So maybe I'll get that CB pretty instantly. That'd be nice. Oh, that took diplomatic power too? That sucks. Russian Patriots. Freedom Fighters. They want to join Smolnik. Wow. Okay. I'm definitely intrigued by that. If you joined Smolnik, I would prioritize Integrating them. I wonder how many... They have to occupy 4 provinces to do that? Let's see what kind of peace I can get. Not so far away from being able to fully annex them. I don't actually want that. So I'm gonna take here and here. Take 33 diplomatic power. So I can't do it quite yet. Some gold. And force them to transfer my trade power. That's what I'm gonna do. But that will have to be next time when we return to the Russian Republic.